Jai Hind. Hello my dear friend, you are most welcome in the channel UG and PG classes channel. Dear friend, today this is the second video of polity series. I think as you already know that I have started a series on polity, and this is going to a very wonderful series. Okay, so first of all, in the first video we have discussed about the polity, or you can say the drafting committee, making of constituent assembly and preamble, and a lot of things we have discussed already. Now we revise in the second video. Today is it the second video, and we revise those things and then start further. Okay, then start its next. So first of all, let's rapid revision for the earlier topic. Now first thing, that making of the constituent assembly. So idea was given by M.N. Roy. Just repeat with me guys. Okay, just repeat with me, please repeat with me. Okay, the idea of constituent assembly was given by M.N. Roy in 1935. Okay, and officially who demanded about the constituent assembly? Then Indian National Congress officially demanded the constituent assembly. Done. Next, the next thing is the British government accepted the demand was accepted by British government in August offer. Okay, in 1940. ठीक है, August offer 1940 the demand was accepted, and finally the Cripps proposal on the framing of the constitution came out. Means friend, when the idea first of all was given by M.N. Roy and it was accepted by the British government in August offer. Okay, and then in 1940, and then the Cripps proposal were from Cripps proposal was finally made for the framing of the constitution in 1942. Okay, and the third one, the next point is, under the cabinet mission plan, the constituent assembly came into existence in November 1946. So first of all friend, you have to listen here that what was the cabinet mission plan. So cabinet mission plan जो है ना, it was planned for the partition of our country. Okay, according to this plan, India and Pakistan were partitioned. Okay, so the cabinet mission plan was made for this. Okay, the partition of India and Pakistan in 1940, और यहाँ पर हाँ in November 1946 it was came into existence. That is the constituent assembly. Okay, now the total strength we have discussed already, so don't go in that deep. Okay, 389 members were there on that time, and 296 were from the British India and 93 from princely state. Baki these all things we have already we have discussed. Okay, so now the first meeting was held on December 1946, which was only 211 members were there in that first meeting, which was boycotted by Muslim League. Okay, which was boycotted by Muslim League, and those people, princely states decided to stay away from this. Okay, princely state were not participated in this, and their seats were vacant. So already there were 399 members in the constituent assembly, but what happened is only 211 members were participated in the first meeting. Okay, now what after this when the Mountbatten plan was accepted, okay, when the Mountbatten plan was accepted, then in June 3 1947 the princely state joined it. जो प्रिंसली स्टेट यहाँ पर फर्स्ट मीटिंग में अब्सटेन हो गए थे, इससे अलग हो गए थे, मीटिंग में नहीं ज्वाइन किए थे, वो सब जो है ना इसमें यहाँ पर क्या किए, ज्वाइन कर लिए थे. नाउ द थर्ड थिंग इज, नाउ द नेक्स्ट वन, दैट इज द फंक्शन. ओके, द फंक्शन इज द कंस्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली ड्राफ्टेड द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. And also, now what are these things? Constituent assembly drafted the constitution and also does things like this. Adopted the national flag on July 1947, and which was designed by Pingley Venkaiah. Okay, next thing, the national song and national anthem both were adopted, or you can say adopted on January 24 1950. And the third thing is, Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the first president, or you can say elected president of the of India. ठीक है. Now, okay, so coming about drafting committee में जो important facts है ना वो आपको मैं दे दूँ यहाँ पर. The 7 member, just only revise this one. Okay, the 7 member of drafting committee, just only revise it. Chairman, who was chairman of drafting committee? Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. I think you know this. And other members were there. N. Gopalaswamy Iyengar. Next, Dr. K. Munshi, T.T. Krishnamachari, Sayyid Muhammad Sadullah, N. Madhav Rao, Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyer. So these are the 7 members of drafting committee. Just remember it, because this type of question definitely will ask. Okay, like this, who was not the member of drafting committee? 3 option को इसी में से दे देगा, any 3 option, keep from here and other option from other. Okay, and that option may not be answer. So remember these name. Okay, just once again revise it. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar as a chairman, N. Gopalaswamy Iyengar, Dr. K. M. Munshi, T.T. Krishnamachari, Sayyid Muhammad Sadullah, N. Madhav Rao, and Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyer. Okay, now the first draft was constituted of constitution was published in February and after in 1948, and after 8 months of discussion, suggestion, something proposed amendment, etc., it was second draft were done in October 1948. Okay, and finally friend, यहाँ पर जो है drafting committee met for a total of 141 days and took less than 6 months to prepare its draft. Okay, so these are important fact, you have to remember this. Okay, these are because these are directly it may be asked. Now other thing, that enactment of constitution is 26 November 1949 and January 26, 1950. These 2 dates very important, because these 2 creates much confusion in students. Okay, so the enactment of constitution was done on November 26, 1949, and enforcement of constitution was done on 26th of January 1950. These 2 important term you have to remember. Okay, so first thing, the enactment was done on November 26, 1949, and enforcement of constitution was done on 26th of January 1950. ये 2 thing याद रखिएगा. And then what is the next important thing is that 284 members officially copied the Indian Constitution, which come into existence or effect on 26th of January 1950. This you can remember or not also, that doesn't matter. Next, the Constitution was adopted on November 26, 1949, and it contained a preamble, 395 articles, and 8 schedule. It is important. Listen, the Constitution which was the Constitution adopted on 26th of November 1949. Okay, and initially or originally it contains a preamble, 395 articles, and 8 schedule. But now आप बता सकते हैं, क्योंकि I have already told you in the first video. If you haven't watched, then go and watch that video. That बहुत deeply उसमें बताया गया है इन चीज़ों को, बस it is revision. Okay, now हाँ, तो अभी कितने आर्टिकल्स है? अभी 448 आर्टिकल्स right now. ठीक है, and schedule, then schedule 12 schedule. Okay, okay, ठीक है friend. Now the Constituent Assembly took 2 years, 11 months and 18 days to complete the constitution. Okay, now the preamble, the main thing preamble, about the preamble, that it was based on objective resolution. This question asked in UPSC also, UPSC Civil Services Examination. ठीक है, okay, this question asked in UPSC also कि the preamble was based on what? तो आप यहाँ पर क्या देंगे आंसर? Objective resolution. Now it was moved by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru also, you know this thing, and it was introduced in December 13, 1946. Okay, and adopted by the Constituent Assembly on 22 January 1947. That doesn't so important, but you have to remember that preamble was based on objective resolution. ठीक है, objective resolution. And one more thing, that it was adopted on 22nd of January 1947. ठीक है, now the next one, that the committee adopted the expression sovereign democratic republic in place of sovereign independent republic used in the objective resolution. तो friend यहाँ पर जो है ना, that the word sovereign independent republic, this was used in objective resolution, but what committee adopted? Sovereign democratic republic. Okay, so it may be a question that sovereign democratic republic word was mentioned in objective resolution. The answer will be no, it was not mentioned in objective resolution. Okay, तो what was mentioned in objective resolution? The sovereign independent republic, these were mentioned in the objective resolution. But committee adopted what? The committee adopted sovereign democratic republic. Now the next one, committee added the word fraternity, which was also not present in the objective resolution. ठीक है, तो this question may also be asked that the fraternity word was mentioned in the objective resolution. Then answer will be no, the fraternity was also not mentioned in the objective resolution. Now the next thing यहाँ पर जो है preamble को लेकर के, the term preamble introduce as the introductory part of the constitution. It's okay, introductory part इसे जाना जाता है, ठीक है. And things that drafted the preamble was drafted by B.N. Rao. It is also important that the who drafted the preamble, B.N. Rao, ठीक है, B.N. Rao. Now ये सब ठीक है, सब बता दिया गया था उसी में. अब हम देखते हैं ना थोड़ा सा प्रियम्बल को, कि प्रियम्बल आखिर पढ़ते कैसे उसे समझिए. बी अलर्ट, बिकॉज you should remember this, at least you should remember your preamble. Okay, now we the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to its all citizen justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thoughts, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity of assuring the dignity of individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves to this constitution. So this is the preamble. I think you have remembered it, because in the first video we discussed deeply and 2 to 3 times, more than 2-3 times. Okay, and here also we discuss this. Now the silent feature, the first thing, first some important other thing, and then silent features. Now the word socialist, secular and have been added to the preamble by 42nd Amendment Act 1976. These two words, socialist, secular and democratic, these words are added in constitution or preamble by 42nd Amendment Act 1976. ये याद रखिएगा. And the objective of the preamble is to secure justice, liberty, equality and fraternity. The question may be asked that what is the objective or the main purpose of the preamble? So the purpose is to secure justice, liberty, equality and fraternity. These four are the main basic purpose of the of our preamble. Okay. Now the ultimate goal of preamble. What is the ultimate goal? Ultimate goal is to achieving or securing the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. Okay, so what is ultimate goal? Then ultimate goal is two things. Which one? To secure dignity of individual and to secure or unity and integrity of the nation. These two are the main goal. And what are the objective? The objective is to secure justice, liberty and equality and fraternity. These are objective. ठीक है, justice, liberty, equality and fraternity. Now the silent feature of the constitution of, you can say, preamble. Okay, what are the silent features? Okay, so silent features of this is to originally the constitution contained 395 articles divided into 22 parts and 8 schedule. ये है first silent feature. Okay, so originally the constitution contains 395 articles, 22 parts and 8 schedule. We have discussed this already. Now right from the beginning of our constitution, it is the most comprehensive constitution of the world or in the world. So one more thing here, that friend, till preamble है ना, till preamble we have already discussed in the first part video. ठीक है, these things discussed in the first part video. If you haven't watched, then go and watch that also, because it was revision. The important fact और important point जो था ना, वो मैंने अभी आपको बता दिया. But go and watch that video also, because that in that video there is a deep conversation about these. Okay, and deep understanding is there. Okay, so the next thing, that is silent features, is in starting in this video, that is from here. Okay, that is from here, silent features. Okay, so the first thing that we have discussed about the silent feature is it was originally 395 articles, 22 parts, and that schedule were there in the beginning of the constitution. Okay, now the next thing is to write from the beginning of the constitution the most comprehensive constitution in the world. So our constitution is the most comprehensive constitution in the world, and the current or the constitution in its current form consists a preamble. Okay, so now what contains it? Actually, in initial phase it was 395 articles, but now it have 448 articles, and instead of 8 schedule, it is now 12 schedule. Okay, it is now 12 schedule and 24 parts. Earlier there were 22 parts, but now 24 parts and 448 articles and 12 schedule. Now it makes India sovereign, socialist, secular and democratic republic. So what make India sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic? So our constitution makes India sovereign, socialist, secular and democratic republic. ठीक है, sovereign, socialist, secular and democratic republic. Now it is designed to work as federal government in normal times and as a unitary government in an emergency. तो फ्रेंड यहाँ पर जो important line आ रहे हैं ना, तो what do you mean by the word federal government and what do you mean by the word, one minute, what do you mean by the word unitary government? ठीक है, okay, unitary government. Listen very carefully because this is मतलब important thing. Okay, unitary government UG लिख रहे हैं और फेडरल गवर्नमेंट को FG लिख रहे हैं. ठीक है, ये समझ लीजिए थोड़ा सा. So I earlier told you that federal government in normal times, what it is designed to work as a federal government in normal time and unitary government in an emergency. So what is normal time? Normal time, that means every state is maintaining its मतलब rule and regulations in a clear manner. ठीक है, but when something threat है ना, something threat due to external aggression or war, इमरजेंसी एक्सेट्रा, देन मतलब एक्सटर्नल एग्रेशन और वार से अगर थ्रेट हो इंडिया पर, तो वहाँ पर क्या किया जाएगा, उस चीज़ को जो फेडरल वहाँ का फीचर्स है ना, उन फेडरल फीचर्स को यूनिटरी फीचर्स के रूप में ट्रांसफ़र कर दिया जाएगा और वहाँ पर सेंटर का रूल लागू हो जाएगा. सेंटर यानी केंद्र का डायरेक्ट शासन लागू हो जाएगा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैं देके बता दूँ, आपको जल्दी अच्छे से समझ आएगा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल सपोज दैट झारखंड है. अगर झारखंड का जो CM है, इफ़ द CM ऑफ झारखंड, चीफ मिनिस्टर ऑफ झारखंड डज नॉट मतलब एबल टू रन इट्स स्टेट. ओके, CM डज नॉट, व्हेन इफ एनी टाइम और एनी सिचुएशन CM cannot run its state in free and fair manner, then what happened? Then governor of Jharkhand will send a message to president that these are the problem in our state. Okay, these are the problem in our state. Now what will do, the president will use here president rule यहाँ पर लागू कर देंगे. ठीक है, हाउ, जैसे कि यहाँ पर जो है ना झारखंड में सपोज दैट प्रॉब्लम हो रही है, यहाँ पर यहाँ का स्टेट सही से चल नहीं रहा है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल कहीं से वार हो गया, ठीक है, या फिर इस अंदर में ही, स्टेट के ही अंदर में इस तरह का वायलेंस हो गया ना, जिससे कि कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पे खतरा है और देश पे खतरा है. ठीक है, आर्म रिबेलियन हो गया. ओके, और यहाँ पर क्या हो गया, कोई अदर तरीके से सिक्योरिटी पे मतलब इंडिया के सिक्योरिटी पे जो है यहाँ पर प्रॉब्लम होने वाली है. तब जा कर के क्या हो जाएगा कि यहाँ का सेंटर में जो है ना, सेंटर से जो प्रेसिडेंट लोग हैं यहाँ पर इमरजेंसी लगा देंगे या प्रेसिडेंट रूल लगा देंगे. इमरजेंसी कैसे लगता है, प्रेसिडेंट रूल कैसे लगता है और फाइनेंशियल इमरजेंसी कैसे लगता है, ये सब आपको बताया जाएगा नेक्स्ट मतलब आगे के अगले वीडियोज़ में. ओके, तो वहाँ पर भी अच्छे से डिस्कस किया जाएगा. और ये आप समझ गए होंगे कि यहाँ पर जब स्टेट सही से ना चल पाए, जब स्टेट का शासन सही से ना चल पाए, तब केंद्र जो है ना के सेंटर से यहाँ पर अपना रूल थोप देता देता है, दैट इज़ यूनिटरी सेटअप हो गया, ठीक है, उसे यूनिटरी सेटअप कहते हैं। और अभी सभी स्टेट नॉर्मल चल रहा है तो ये फेडरल सेटअप है, फेडरली काम कर रहा है, ठीक है। आगे देखते हैं। नाउ it establishes a parliamentary system of the government in India and it introduced adult franchise of the system of government in India. So first of all friend, what is adult franchise? Okay, तो आप तो जान गए कि पार्लियामेंट्री सिस्टम हमारे भारत में लागू है। नाउ व्हाट इज एडल्ट फ्रेंचाइज? तो एडल्ट फ्रेंचाइज मीन्स द राइट टू वोट। अर्लियर द एज ऑफ वोटिंग was 21 years. Now एज ऑफ वोटिंग इज only one and only 18 years, ठीक है, 18 years now, but earlier it was 21 year. ओके, तो एडल्ट फ्रेंचाइज जो है अभी 18 ईयर में हमें वोट देने की वो मिल जाता है, राइट मिल जाता है, और आप यू कैन वोट। ओके, नाउ India is a union of 29 state and actually it was earlier, so now 28 state and 8 UTs है ना, 8 यूनियन टेरिटरीज। ओके, इसके बाद जो है इट abolishes untouchability in its all form. ओके, सो व्हाट इज अनटचेबिलिटी? आई थिंक यू नो अनटचेबिलिटी, छुआछूत है ना, छुआछूत को मतलब यहाँ पर किसी भी फॉर्म में छुआछूत को प्रैक्टिस नहीं करना है, अदरवाइज बहुत लंबी पेनाल्टी और इसके लिए सजा हो सकते हैं, ठीक है। नाउ इट गारंटीड फंडामेंटल राइट्स टू इट्स ऑल सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया. इट लेज डाउन द डायरेक्टिव प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ स्टेट पॉलिसी फॉर द गाइडेंस ऑफ लेजिस्लेचर एंड एग्जीक्यूटिव ऑफ द कंट्री. सो इट गारंटीज मतलब कि दिस थिंग गारंटी द फंडामेंटल राइट ऑफ ऑल सिटीजन and it also lays down directive principle. Some directive principles are given some directive principles are given or to as a guidance है ना, are given as a guidance to legislature and executive. Okay, so these are directive principles of state policy. You can also say directive principles of state policy. ठीक है, DPSP are given for whom? For legislature and executive. Okay, so how, in what manner you have to work. Okay, now the next thing is establishes independence of judiciary from the executive. Means friend, the judiciary of our country is independent body. ठीक है, जुडिशरी जो है ना वो इंडिपेंडेंट बॉडी है एग्जीक्यूटिव से, बट लेजिस्लेचर चाहे तो लेजिस्लेचर उसमें कुछ मतलब पॉजिटिव चेंजेस ला सकते हैं बिल पास करके, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को अमेंड करके. ओके, सो जुडिशरी इज एन इंडिपेंडेंट बॉडी. नाउ it declares Hindi as a national language of India which would replace English as early as possible. That means friend कि इंग्लिश को रिप्लेस करना है as early as possible. सो हमें हिंदी को और नेशनल लैंग्वेज हिंदी को ही अडॉप्ट किया गया है और इंग्लिश को जितना जल्दी हो सके रिप्लेस करना है. ठीक है. नाउ अ यूनियन पब्लिक सर्विस कमीशन हैज़ बीन सेटअप टू मेक रिक्रूटमेंट फॉर वेरियस सर्विसेज. और एक यूपीएससी सेटअप किया गया है, यूपीएससी यूनियन पब्लिक सर्विस कमीशन, जिससे बहुत सारे रिक्रूटमेंट हो सके, बहुत सारे चयनित हो सके स्टूडेंटों का, ठीक है, कैंडिडेट्स का, विच हेल्प्स टू रन द कंट्री. नाउ द प्रोविजंस हैड बीन मेड फॉर द अमेंडिंग ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. ओके, सो द प्रोविजंस ऑल्सो मेड फॉर अमेंडिंग द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन एंड दिस प्रोविजन वॉज गिवन इन आर्टिकल, आई थिंक यू नो दिस आर्टिकल. ओके, सो आर्टिकल यू मस्ट नो. नाउ इन विच आर्टिकल द प्रोविजंस ऑफ अमेंडिंग द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज गिवन. तो आर्टिकल अभी हम बता दे रहे हैं, अंडर आर्टिकल 368. बाकी आपको याद कर लेना है इसे, ठीक है. ओके, तो इन दिस वीडियो यहीं पर वाइंड अप करते हैं आज का वीडियो. नेक्स्ट वीडियो में हम देखेंगे प्रोविजंस विच वेयर द सोर्सेस ऑफ आवर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. ठीक है फ्रेंड, मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए जय हिंद.